anything to resist what the government wanted you to do, you were a renegade, and therefore deserving of whatever fate happened to have come your way. The destruction of the Negro fort led to the movement of many Indians down into Central Florida and even into South Florida. Because when that fort was there, it was a fairly safe environment in North Florida for people who were either escaped slaves or Indians trying to get away from the government. But once the fort was destroyed, it led to the movement of a lot of Native Americans into Central Florida and then eventually down to South Florida.
That's really a sad story, and it makes me want to go and visit.
Well, let me just tell you something, Ray. It's now called Fort Gadsden.
Oh.
They took after this fort was destroyed, here comes now a big entourage of military generals to look at the city. I think Jackson wasn't with them. I've forgotten the name of the general who was there. This is a very strategic position that these folks had. So let's rename it Fort Gadsden after the man who Gadsden County is named after.
Right.
Because he was the engineer that they left in charge of it when the government left the fort. Oh, we got this thing under control. We can all leave now. But it became a supply station for the military, for the Army and for the Navy, and was renamed Fort Gadsden. I really want the listeners to understand this because it's one of the best examples of whitewashing black history. It is as if those black people were never there. Even if you go to the park today, that's not a big part of what they tell, of the story they tell about that place. So it's a good example of how they come in and totally wipe out a history, change the name, and all of a sudden